everybody. So, lately, I think you guys have heard uh, that I've had been looking for a job. So, I actually went on a few interviews, more than a few interviews. I even did online interviews. And it was something that it's very crucial, even though a lot of people don't really think about it. You can see my brushes here. Even though you really don't think about it, but the makeup that you wear and the clothes that you wear are very crucial because they say a lot about you. If you go in there with red lipstick and blue eyeshadow and eyelashes and contour to and glowing to the gods, they might not take you serious. I mean, this is just my opinion. If you do that and you feel comfortable with that, then great, that's good for you. But I personally think that you need to be professional and you need to look professional no matter where you go seeking a job. There always has to be some kind of professionalism, and you kind of have to dress the part. So if you're going into an office where you're going to be working at, your first impression is crucial. So if you go in there in jeans and sandals with your hair up in a ponytail and lip gloss, they're not going to think that you're taking this serious. I don't think so. But if you go in there with a mini skirt, low cut blouse, and your hair up all, curled and vavoom, and like if you're going to a club, they're as well not going to take you serious because they're going to prejudge. They're going to think the worst of you. And it really doesn't matter what people think, but when you're seeking a job, it does. The whole purpose of the interview is to see what they think of you, if you're fit for the job. So you kind of want to dress the part. And I had been seeking jobs in an office kind of place. So, very professional. I wore black slacks, a button-up shirt. Right now I'm not wearing anything. Once I do my makeup, I'll kind of show you the top that I would wear, or a blazer with a nice blouse under. I don't have much money. I don't have much clothes, so I really have to play with what I have. So I think that those basic pieces should always be in your wardrobe, because you never know when you're going to need to go to a meeting. You never know when you're going to need to go on an interview, or you have to meet someone important to you. So it's always good to have like a collar shirt, a blazer, slacks, and either really nice shoes or flats if you don't wear high heels, and always, keep it minimum with the jewelry, your hair, simple but professional. So I think those are statement stuff that, statement pieces that you should have. Now, as in makeup, I personally, every time I go to an interview, I kind of do the same makeup, just different lip colors. But I never wear red. I never wear brown. I never wear purple. I never wear anything that I would not normally wear as well. I'll wear red, but if I'm going to a party, you guys seen pictures of me wearing red. It's because I was at an event. So, but I think that for a job interview, now once you're in the job, I think you can mix it up a little bit, and reds are very classy, but not for a job interview, because the person that's interviewing is just going to be looking at your red lips. You don't want that. That's uncomfortable. That's weird. So you don't want to have awkward moments. So you want your makeup to be very neutral, very natural. I know sometimes we have things to cover up, and that's fine. That's fine. And you cover them up, but you try to do it as neutral as possible. Not this bright peach blush with a very glossy, nothing like that. So I think that what I'm going to be doing is very neutral. I'm using a very neutral palette. I'm using the Lorac Poro 3, which for this kind of situation, I really like this. Every time I have gone into some kind of interview or meeting, this is my go-to palette for that. I have other neutral palettes, but there's something about this palette that I really like. I really like the way it plays with my brown eyes. So that's what I'm going to be using. I am going to be using a little bit of a higher coverage foundation because I do want to give myself a very neutral start. So I'm going to start by putting on a primer. I am going to go back to using my Bye Bye Pores primer. So any of you out there looking for a job, or I mean, by the way, I did get the job. Hey, what's going on? It doesn't want to come out. There you go. Why did it do that? I think I stored it wrong. I stored it up looking. Now, this primer, I mean, I like it. It's silicone free, oil free. I think it, here, let me put this light on. Sorry, I didn't even have this light on. I mean, I hope my problem area is right here. I have a lot of pores and texture. I'm starting to get texture. So as you can see, it does mattify my face a bit. It does make it a little bit smoother. I mean, it's great, but see, you can still, I don't know. It's okay. So, yesterday I was watching Coffee Break with Danny, and she said one of her biggest faux pas was, not that she's gonna watch my video, but you know, I do agree with her. One of the biggest things that I don't like to see when people are doing videos or tutorials or get readies with me, dirty beauty blenders. I think that is kind of gross when you go in and do your makeup with a dirty beauty blender. Now, I am guilty of doing it, like when I just don't care. But like right now, I washed all three of them. I've washed, so they're all nice and plump. I think that is gross when I see someone that they come in and they start putting on their makeup with a very dirty beauty blender. That's gross. Sorry. If you do that, sorry. I'm going in, once again, like always, with the Tarte CC Cream Corrector. I really like this. Can you tell? Can you tell? Yeah, you can tell. I was putting it on with a brush, with like a little, now see, it's like I can walk out of the house like this with no makeup on, and you won't be able to see my, sometimes I even bring it up here a little bit, in here, and I can walk out, like I don't even have to set it, like that's how good it is. And I don't have to wear on makeup. I don't have to fuss with it. I was putting it on with this little brush right here, but I felt like it leaves it too streaky. So then once I would put on my foundation and concealer, it was streaky. So then that would get streaky. So I stopped doing that. I started doing it with the beauty blender. So I'm going to go in with this Concealer and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation from Milani. This is very high coverage. I think this one might be my fullest coverage foundation that I have, because I don't like full coverage foundation. I feel like I don't have a lot to conceal. I mean, I'm sure that you guys are seeing me in the camera and you're probably thinking, yeah, you do. But I don't think I do. I mean, I have a little bit of, like, you know, stuff here, right here. But that is easily, you know, I think I pumped out too much. much because you really don't need much of this foundation. You really don't. This is a really nice foundation. It's a really nice drugstore foundation. I mean, I think some people are like, oh, well, for a drugstore foundation, it's really good. You know, nowadays, I don't think you can really say that because drugstore foundations are not cheap anymore. I mean, this was $10. I can get a foundation, a nice foundation for $20. So it's like drugstore makeup is not that cheap anymore. I mean, you can, I remember when you can get a MAC lipstick for $14. $14. But then you go into the stores and nowadays lipsticks are $10, $12 at a drugstore. So it's like, these are not drugstore prices anymore. So, you know what? Drugstore makeup has to be as good as more luxurious or higher end makeup because they sure have the prices now as almost a mid-range makeup. So when they say, well, for drugstore makeup, it's good. It's like, well, it better be. It cost me half an arm and a leg as well. So for a drugstore foundation, this one's really, really good. See, it's really full coverage, and I still have all of this. So I'm gonna. This is just a waste product for me. I mean, given that I don't really use it that much. I really like the color match. I really like the undertone of this foundation. I believe I have the lightest color. I use what? 01 Creamy Vanilla. That's the lightest color they have. And I'm like a light medium. I'm a NC25 in MAC for reference. So basically an NC25 is the lightest shade that they carry, and it's like, really? Like, that's like dark. I mean, compared to what other companies carry. I'm not sure that I don't need any more. I think this foundation doesn't feel like too heavy on the skin. I don't feel it heavy on my skin. I usually don't like the feeling of foundation on my lips. I hate that. I don't know how some people put foundation on the lips before they're gonna put on a little bit of this Bite agave lip mask. I love the way it tastes. I really like this. I use it in the night whenever I remember. And sometimes when I'm putting on my makeup, just for it to moisturize my skin. So I'm gonna go in with the Naked Skin, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, which is actually a little too dark for me right now, as you can tell. But I normally use this. It's just that I like the undertone of it. I use this in conjunction with this, which is too light for me. I know I should just buy one. But see, the thing is that these two formulas together, they're just perfect. They're so good. So see, it's not this really bright under eye. It just mixes in, and we're going to brighten it just a little bit with a little bit of Laura Mercier under eye brightening powder, which I like. There. I need to hurry up. Sometimes I do this so I don't pack on too much. I don't use too much either. Like, I just want to set it and go. This foundation, I feel like it doesn't even need to be set, but just to put a little bit of powder on. I am going to use this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Press Powder. It's really good. I mean, now I can tell you, is for a drugstore foundation, for Wet n Wild powder, this powder is so nice. So nice. I am going to use this Eco Tools full powder. I kind of press it in at first, and then I start buffing it. There you go. I like this powder because it doesn't give you that powdery look, but it does set your foundation. I go in with the Mario Badescu Skincare facial spray with the rose water one, just to sandwich everything in. That's what, I don't know, I learned that from Tati, that every time you put on powder, you should, let me get my hair, you should put some kind of like mist. That way you can start sandwiching in the products. So I'm going to do something, I don't want to contour. To be honest with you, I don't want to contour. I don't want to do that today. I'm just going to bronze up my face. If I can find my bronzer powder. And for that, I've been loving my Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. Even though it's a cream bronzer, you don't have to set it. Did I just tap it like if I actually put powder on my... Nice. I don't think it picks up in the camera very much. But I sure do look. It gives you this, yeah, it picks up. It gives you this beautiful, I don't know, maybe, no, you can't see it. Like sun-kissed look. It doesn't, it's not overly orange. It just, it blends so nicely. I love it. Let me do my eyebrows, which a lot of people don't like to do their eyebrows on camera. I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow in Chocolate. I have to be very careful with this. And I need a mirror. That doesn't have a mirror. What can I use as a mirror. I always start with the tail. I build up a tail because that's where I go darker, on the end of. You have to be really careful with this stuff. This stuff is so potent. You do not want to wear a bold eyebrow to a job interview. Please don't wear a bold eyebrow to your interview. As natural as possible. You just want, the way I see it, interview makeup is like bridal makeup. Although bridal makeup is more luminous, and interview makeup is more natural, but you just want to enhance your beauty. You just want to enhance certain parts of your face for you to look like yourself, but just put together, basically. So you do not want to wear a bold eyebrow. If you wear your eyebrows bold on a daily basis, then that's something else. You understand? But if you don't wear your eyebrows like that on a daily basis, don't do it just for the interview. It's just not going to work in your favor. Sorry if you guys can't see what I'm doing on this eyebrow. My biggest problem with this eyebrow is the top of it, not the bottom. The bottom is, I don't put a lot of product on my brush, and I just work it through. So as you can tell, I don't really need a lot of product in my eyebrows to start with. I'm just filling in sparse places and defining it more. But I know that I don't really need too much product in on my eyebrows. So that's it with the eyebrows. I'll put some eyebrow gel after when I'm done. Am I going to highlight my eyebrows? No, I'm not, because I don't know, it's just there's certain things that I just won't do for an interview thing. But what I am going to do is that I'm going to use this MAC paint pot in soft ochre. And yes, I do put it on with a beauty blender. I just think that it's just easier. And then I put a very small amount, because when I go in with my finger, I put too much on. And then at the same time, it kind of cleans up under my eyebrow. Let's see. Use my big shader brush from Sonia Kashuk, and I'm going to go in with Canvas, this one, Canvas, and set that paint pot. It's like the same color of my skin. I'm going to do a very simple eye look, because usually I don't have time to do like all these stuff to it, because I have a 4-year-old. I'm always on a rush. I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk crease brush, and I'm going to go in with, I do want to do a neutral thing. So I don't know if to go in with terracotta or cool taupe. I think I'm going to go in with cool taupe. Yeah. No, yeah. No, yeah. Now this is something that I normally do. I do my crease and then I go up like that. My outer V. And then I do go all the way up to my, because then I come in with a lighter color, but see, I just want to blow it out as much as possible for it to look as natural as possible. Now I'm going to come in with a smaller crease brush, a Morphe M200. Something smaller, and I'm going to come in with a dark brown, this one right there. I am not going to do an intricate look. I'm going to do something very, very simple, because like I said, I just want to emphasize stuff. I want to enhance my beauty. Work it into my outer V and just blend, blend, blend. Let's use that first brush, the Sonia Kashuk with no more product, and just blend, blend, blend. So this eye always looks a little bit more unblended than this one. So I'm going to come in with a Clinique chubby stick. It's an eyeshadow stick. And this is in the color blah, 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 Bountiful Beige. I like these. I do like these, but mine just broke. Okay, let me soften. Look, it broke. Oh. I like these as the base for a lighter color. You see, it is a very pretty color. Look. So I do that, and then I'm going to use Almond Pearl, this one right here, which has a little bit, it's very silky, and I'm going to put it on before it dries up. It looks all jaggedy, huh? Where is the brush that I was using? Oh, here it is. And I'm gonna blend that up. So, you see that? It looks, some of the dark color in there. Let's do that to the other side. And you don't have to put a lot. I mean, it's just like a base for that lighter color. Now, I usually like putting these colors with my fingers because I think I can pack them up better. So I'm going to come in with a Where is it? I always lose that one. I mean, I don't lose it. I just can't find it in here. There. With this Morphe M156, it's a little, like a little slanted, and I get like the darkest color, which here is black. I just press it in because I don't want to fall out. And what I do is that I put it as an almost like an eyeliner, just to give myself a little bit more of depth. You see that this one and this one, the difference? And I start flicking it up. You don't want to put too much. Just want to give yourself the right amount of depth. There you go. I bring it down a little bit too, because I don't like, I think I told you guys, I really don't like using putting eyeshadow in the bottom of my bottom lashes. I don't, it just doesn't look good with my eyes. I don't know, it makes my eyes look like sunken in. Weird. So that's all I'm going to do to my eyes. Oh, one more thing. And I always forget this, and it's one of the things that I do at the end because I forget it. Like, I'm going to get Blanc, a little bit of Blanc and light gold. These two right here. And I'm going to put some on my brow bone. And blend it in. See? Put some inner eye highlight. I'm going to use that light gold. Maybe a little bit of white too. The Blanc. Makes your eye a little bit more open and awake. No eyeliner, no liquid eyeliner, no eyeliner in my waterline. I don't want to fuss with none of that. I don't want to, you know. I have very stubborn eyelashes. Long and thick eyelashes, but very stubborn. Wow, that hurt. Although I think my eyelash curler is a little dirty. Although it didn't pull anything out, that hurt. They got stuck. I know this is making the video longer, huh? So I'm gonna put some Essence the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara. I like this one. Okay. Some Gimme Brow, some Benefit Gimme Brow. Not a lot. Just to make everything a little bit more, you know, put together. I don't like how this sometimes gets goopy. Be careful with it. Put blush on. I'm going to put a very nice neutral blush. I'm going to use a Fetish from Urban Decay. Very neutral, very nice. I am going to use it's just called Angel Brush, but very neutral, very pretty. See what's going on there? That Gimme Brow. I am going to use a little bit more of a subtle glow. I am going to use Pure Cosmetics in Afterglow. I like using a big fluffy fan brush. I think it buffs in just a little bit. Just, you know, I want to look a little bit of a healthy glow. Healthy glow never killed anyone, did it? I don't want to look like J-Lo. What is that? So I have a little bit of a glow. Can you see? Picks up nicely. I have a little bit of blush. Now I have 3 options of lips. I was thinking of doing Marc Jacobs and Primrose with the Buxom White Russian, or Velvet Teddy from MAC, which I think will look good with my eyes, or Bites Beauty Honeycomb. I have the so that I think it'll be, if I do this, I think I'll look too washed out. So I think I'm going to do the Primrose, the Marc Jacobs Primrose. I always start from the inner corner out, even with my top lip. Oh man. Even just like that, it looks nice because I have the the mask under. But let's just put a little bit of lip gloss. By the time I would get there, it would be almost dry anyway. So it's a little bit of a glossy look, but not too much. My eyes have a little bit of a, you know, from the chubby stick and the eyeshadow. Let me put a little bit more of mascara. You don't want to have also really bold. I mean, that's what you do every day, and they hire you and they see you like that every day, then that's different. But if you don't do that every day, then I wouldn't do it. So how does it look? Very neutral, very everyday, very healthy. I wouldn't do much more to this look because then I might mess it up. So this is the look. This is something that I normally wear to interviews or to anything, you know, that I'm just gonna, I know I have to look presentable. I know I have to look put together. This is the perfect look. Everything's neutral. You haven't overdone anything or underdone anything. Your skin looks nice and flawless. Well, I think my skin looks nice and flawless. Let me set it with something. Let the Milani make it last. You want your makeup to last. I don't put up too much of it because I feel like it makes, I'm going to put some of this on. It makes my skin dry. This one's very moisturizing. So if I feel like if I do both, it doesn't like get too bad. So this is the look. Something very simple, not too, you know, too much work. Even though it's a 40-something plus, you know, video. Sorry about that. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate you guys watching. I am trying to upload as much as possible. I think I'm going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a weekend one. I do want to, I'm going to record next disappointing products. I have a few disappointing products that they didn't work out for me, you know. So maybe if you guys were thinking of buying it, you can see my outlook on those products. So thank you for sticking around. If you watched the whole video, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope it was worth it for you. Do come back and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.